No one ever told me this until I hired an housemaid. That house helps and evils. I kinda like you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's finally time for the ultimate gist that I've been talking to you guys about, and I'm going to be giving you guys this gist while I glam up. So on the side, I've been telling you guys that I wanted to show you guys how I get my no makeup done in a few minutes. So if you want to see the arc, just stay tuned. I'm starting off with skin prep right now. I'm just pouring some moisturizer into this palette. Guys, I can't even overemphasize how much I do not wish what happened to me on any other person at all on Women's Day. What happened on Women's Day, like at first, it was actually kind of like, you know, starting off like a playful matter, like, oh, it's not gonna get serious, until it got serious. So I'm gonna play you guys a backstory of all of this. So when I started like living alone, at first I was like, okay, I really want to live alone as a spinster, like before I get married. I want to like have that me living alone type shit thing. So I did not even want an house help or anything. And then at some point, like I just felt like I cannot even be overworking myself. I need an house help so that life can I can afford to hire an house help. So why do I make life hard for myself? So that was how last year I hired one. The one I hired last year, guys, that one actually tried. That was actually better than the previous one that left. Okay? That one was still, I'm playing you guys this backstory so you can understand how the whole history of everything began. So now, the former lady that I hired, my major problem with her was just, you know, she had this crazy pride. Do you understand? Like, if you're talking to her, she'd be like, what's the point that what she used to be? She'd be like, I know how old I am. You know, she just felt like she was, so at some point I was feeling like, well, if you feel like you're my madam at this point, maybe you should as well go and look for somewhere else to work. So when she was actually leaving for Christmas last year, I was just like, well, I don't know, although, you know, when somebody begins to live in your house, you build connection with them and you begin to feel like, oh, I like this person, because I personally, I don't even like bringing just anybody into my house. I'm waiting for my moisturizer to sit in while I continue. So, you know, you don't want to bring just anybody into your house and you're like, okay, let's see how this person will perform. After everything, she left. December. I don't want to start telling you guys like everything she does. You know, when people come to my house, she begins to act like I'm a bad person. And guys, this is somebody that I pay her bills. She lives under my house. She doesn't buy sanitary. I mean, I feel like as a maid, because I take my maids as my sisters. Of course, you're here to work, but at the same time, you should still, you know, be catered to when it comes to sanitary pad, toiletries, everything toiletries, you know, everything that they need basically, you know, feeding, everything. I even buy them airtime. They even use free Wi-Fi in my house. That's how much you enjoy as a maid in my house, right? So because I just feel like, okay, you are a young, like, you need all of these things, okay? If my sister asks me for all of these things, I provide them for her without thinking twice. And then I even love to help people. So if that is the best I can do, let me do it. Oh my God, I'm trying to slow down a bit so that you guys can catch up with the gist better. So after this whole thing, my former maid from last year left. That one was a little bit more peaceful. Then when this year came, you know, I was supposed to hire my former maid, but my aunt that like has the direct access to their agency was like, oh, I think you should chill. I think you should like hire somebody else, because most of them, whenever they go home, if they come back, they're always worse than they were before. And then I was beginning to think that, okay, if this girl was actually already giving me attitude in my own house, you know, doing so many crazy things, I'm going in with my foundation now, giving me so many crazy attitude and everything, like if she goes home and comes back and becomes worse, I will not be able to contain it. Like this maid will literally beat me one day. That was what I thought. So I didn't hire the former one again. So then this year started. We wanted to get a new maid. So I'm going in with my foundation now. And then you guys, I literally always just moisturize my face first. Then I just wear my foundation, you know, depending on where you're going. I'm just going out on a date. I don't want anything really heavy on my face. As I said, this is your everyday no makeup. And when this year started, I was like, okay, help me get a new girl, you know. They started searching for somebody, and I was like, this year, I want somebody that's going to stay for 2 years, just so I don't have to start looking for another new maid after like a year, just so I can kind of like settle in with that new person and everything. So it took them a while to find. They're like, oh, we're looking for people that will stay for 2 years. I'm like, okay, no wala. So they kept searching until they found this girl. So when they found this girl, I'm the kind of person that whenever they find a maid for me, I'll make sure they can do every test that needs to be done, you know, test for this, that, you know, hope she's HIV free, all of those stuff, you know, just so you know that. Also, to just know that you're employing somebody healthy in your house, somebody and it's not going to be stressing you too much. So they did all the tests. For some weird reasons, like I was even already comfortable, and then my sister just graduated from the university. So when it comes to cooking and a few things, my sister was already assisting in the house. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know if I really need this person, but I was one that said they should find like a maid for me. I'm like, okay, no problem. She actually stayed in my auntie's house for like 2 weeks. I just told my auntie to be watching her, hope she's good, because my auntie, I asked them from Abuja for me. I'm like, I don't want them to bring her from all the way from Abuja, and I don't like her. And I know that if my auntie do not like her, my auntie will not send her to me, because I feel like I trust her judgment. So this is where the problem started from. While she was in my auntie's house, so when I was like, my auntie was not asking me, because people were calling, oh, we thought they said she's going to work in Lagos. Why is she still in Abuja? And I told them that I am then I told her that it is the boss that told us to still wait, because I was still like, I didn't need that urgent. It wasn't that urgent for me, or it wasn't that deep for me. That was how my auntie sent her, When my auntie sent her, my auntie made a mistake to start with, and which she actually took accountability for, like, her action. She stole from my auntie's house. So this girl stole something from my auntie's house. I don't want to mention what she stole, because it's kind of embarrassing, but she stole things from my auntie's house, and my auntie still sent that to me, because she just sat her down, she spoke to her, she wants to go and work in Lagos, and you're stealing like this, just out of empathy and sympathy and thinking she'll change. And people like this don't change. They already have it in them. Do you get? They already have it in them. So that was how she got to Lagos before my auntie told me. When she got to Lagos and I was just going to pick her and everything, that's when my auntie told me that, I didn't want to tell you, because I know you tell me not to send that again, that the girl actually stole this. She stole that. I'm like, what? So why did you send that? That was the next question. She was like, that she already spoke to her and she promised that she would never steal again. That already was a red flag for me. But at the same time, since she's already here and she came all the way, I'm like, okay, there's no point like overthinking this whole thing. She's here. Let me see how I'm going to be able to work with this particular person. Oh my God, I don't know why my brush, the strands are coming off. Let me see how I can work with her for like this particular period of time. The my auntie was even already telling me that if in 3 months I don't like her, I can actually send her back. Depending on how your face is, if you really feel like you want to build it up a bit more, you can still add a little foundation. So I think we should add a little bit more foundation. All I'm using is foundation for my face, because I don't want it to be heavy. I just want it to be very light. And so when my auntie sent her, she was like, okay, if she can stay for 3 months, if I do not like her, I should just send her back. So the girl came, and then I was actually slightly mad at my aunt, and she knew it, and she just apologized to me that I've already spent money on tests and everything. Right now I'm like, I don't care about the money I've spent on tests. I do not want to bring somebody in my house that my own peace of mind will be at jeopardy, or I'll take her out and she'll embarrass me, or anything can happen now. Even though she's an house help, I can just feel like, I want to do something, or maybe I should send her to go and buy something and she should steal from there, things like that. My auntie just apologized to me, and when the girl came, I gave her the rules and regulation of the house. I gave her the uniform that she'll be wearing, because maids in my house have to wear uniform. Gave her a uniform that she'll be wearing. I told her that she has to keep it clean, and just number of things you tell somebody coming to live in your house for the first time. After telling her all of this, she was like, okay ma. And another red flag again is that she was 18. Now, the last maid I had was 23. So I was telling my auntie that, let's say from between 20 and 22 is what I want. So I'm going to be pouring some of my setting powder into the brightest shade on my palette. This is how I do my own makeup, no makeup. And I'm going to get this, my triangle puff. I've already used it, and just use it to set my face. Again, this is how I do my own no makeup, and it lasts me all day. I always set it. So I'm just going to go in under eye like this. So I'll do the same thing for both sides. So as I was saying, I just brought her in. She did everything she needed to do, and then I told her that when you need anything, let me know, hair time, everything, sanitary pad will be provided, just so that things that comes with that job, because it's not as if anybody told me all of this, but I just feel like you're a lady, like, your salary is already there. I feel like, how I think you should go home with your salary at the end of the year and be able to ball. Even my former maid, when she was going, guys, I gave her like ×2. I gave her up to ×2 extra of the salary, like, because they collect money sometimes monthly, and sometimes they'll be like, they want to split it. She was sending money back home when she was here. I was like, is this all that is left that you want to take home at the end of the year? I added more, because I just felt like, and also that my former maid, when she was leaving, I checked her load, because my auntie called me like, before she leaves, make sure you open her load, even if you trust her. She didn't take a pin from me. If she had tricked me and kept it outside, I don't know, but from what I searched, I didn't see that she took anything from me. So that was how I just left it. So I'm setting my nose too. I'm setting my nose too. So that was how I just left the old thing, and you know, I just carried on with everything. This girl moved in, you know, first day, you know, she'll still be acting normal, acting kind and everything, like, oh, this new place, so let me see how I want to be. And I told her that, they told me you stole. Don't ever steal in my house. My house is a Christian. I told her everything. We don't steal here. If you need something, ask. And it's that simple. If you want something, just ask. And, you know, if it's something that I can give you, I'll give you. So I'm going in with this, my Ezekiel palette. It has blush. So I'm just going to add this orange and pink together. Just, you know, to dust it on my cheekbone, to just make me look cuter. So I'm just going to smile to apply this. This is how I apply it. Circular, circular, upwards. Circular, circular. Okay, this is how we run things in this house. Don't steal. You don't have to ever steal. Come and ask me. I'm an easygoing person. Even though I have something else in my mind, like what they've already told me about her, I still was giving her a benefit of doubt that she was still going to, you know, I already have one on her. So I felt like, okay, this babe is going to act right. So now I'm just going with the darker shade of my powder for my contour. So I'm doing that over my nose line now. If you can see what I'm doing. First day, she tried. Second day, she was just there. And then, as I mentioned earlier, she was 18. And I did not want a kid as a maid. I don't want human labor. Of course, 18 is like a normal like age to work and everything. I just wanted somebody that 18 and above, like let's say 19, 20, just so you know you're old enough to take care of yourself very well and everything. So the girl came, you know, some things I noticed about her. Oh, go and iron your clothes. Oh, God. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm not your mother. But at the same time, you know, you live in my house. So these are the little things I can tell you about. And on the first day she came tonight. The next day, I had a brand shoot. So I took her for the brand shoot. It was even, actually, we went on a boat cruise. And she was like, God, I've never been on the water. She was excited and everything. Tell me why on that first day, she carried my tripod. That was how she misplaced my tripod at the beach. Till now, this is since January. Although I told a friend to help me pick it up since then, till now I've not gotten that tripod back. I literally had to buy another tripod I'm using now for my phone holder because I've not been able to see that my friend. Do you understand? I'm like, why are you so absent-minded? First day, she was just making calls. You know, she was just calling. My sister was not another. Do you know that you're here to work? Like, you've already gotten to where you want to start working. Another red flag is that she has never been a maid anywhere else. I mean, I know that people are always like, oh, it's not everybody that will be experienced. At least pretend that you're experienced when you go somewhere, just so it will be easy for them. You know, she came, she was already making phone calls. I'm now looking at, is this babe really ready to work like this? I want to just contour my cheekbone now. I'm going to be taking it upwards like this. And I'll do the same on the other side. So, you know, at least you just came to a new place. There's a way you try to please people just so they can even like you. Try to be on their good side. This girl was just doing her own, making calls, you know, feeling fly. She was not even shy or anything. My sister has to caution her that we are working now. Go and assist. Whenever I'm doing my shoot, I'm focusing on, I don't care for a new maid that just came. I'm focusing on my own work because I've paid a lot of money and I have limited time that I'm working. The clock is ticking that I'm working with. So, you know, we came back home. I was like, okay, let's offload everything. That's how my tripod was missing. I'm like, where's my tripod? She was like, oh, she doesn't know. Because she was not the one that packed it. And I remember that I told her, pack this, pack that. I was upstairs. I had not eaten all day. I went to eat upstairs. And this girl misplaced my tripod. Luckily, it was found. But till now, I've not gotten it. So almost feels useless. So now back to, I'm sharpening my pencil. As you guys already know, I love to use Davy's pencil. Color 3 for me. I'm dark-skinned. Or, I don't know, caramel skin, but I'm dark-skinned. Yeah, so, and I like to make it pencil like this while I draw. And then when I want to draw, so anyway, I'm just going to brush it. I'm just going to brush my brow hair. I'm just going to brush my brow hair with this brush because I do not have my mascara wand here and I don't want to go searching for it. That was how we got back home. Now, fast forward to like the third day. And then I showed her around when we were driving, but I showed her that, okay, if you want to buy this, if you want to buy that, I showed her around. Fast forward to the third day, I sent her to go and buy something from the junction. No, I told her to go and buy drugs for herself. She said she had a headache or something. I'm like, okay, go and get drugs. So that was how this babe. Oh my God, I think I'm going to do my brows off camera because I don't want to be cutting this cheese. Okay, so I've done my brows off camera, and if you guys want me to teach you how I do my brows, just put it down in the comment section. I'm going to do it, but we're going to be cleaning the brows, like highlighting the brows together. So I'm going in with my Skin Fix from Ezekiel concealer. I'm going to be using this for, you know, the, oh my God, that's broken. Ew. It has a head, it has broken. Anywho, I'm going to like just use the body of this to still work for what I want. So that was how I sent this babe to go get medication for herself when she said she had headache. On like the third day she arrived, and meanwhile I didn't even mention this. On the second day she arrived, that was how my sister was downstairs. Oops, I think I still need to do these highlights. I'm not going to concentrate. So, okay, I'm back. I've done the down highlights off camera. And yeah, as I said, if you want this on camera, I don't just want this to delay us and, you know, me fidgeting. Back forward to the second day that she got in. She got in tonight, for example. Then tomorrow morning, you know, I have securities around. You know, my securities, they wash my car. They do things for me. And then that was how my sister was just seated by the window of the house. And then when she came out, she saw that security guy was washing the car. Next thing, she started pulling her dress down. My sister told me that. I'm like, what? This girl that just came yesterday. Ha! I'm like, hey, you know, out of, like, I was just like, is she serious? But me, I'm just someone that I don't like to jump to conclusions. You understand? You know, somebody just came to your house. Now you still want to give them the benefit of doubts that, oh, this person will still act right and everything. So that was how she did that. Now, fast forward back to the third day when she said she had a headache, not knowing that she just wanted to be scouting around. Now, on this day, she went out. She said that, oh, she had a headache. I said, okay, no problem. I gave her some money. I asked her that, what does she use for a headache? She told me the medication that she always used for her headache. I gave her money that would be enough to go and buy it. Then she gets there. When she got there, she met a guy there. Then when she got there, they now told her that she should add something else to what she wants to buy, what she doesn't already use. Please, if you're somebody smart or your intuition will talk, what's the next thing to do? You just moved, came to this city. They've not even scolded you or anything. You'll have just said, hello ma. They said I should use this to this for they said I should use this for this headache to make me feel better. And you know, and I'll say, okay, no problem. Give me their account number at the pharmacy. Let me send extra money. This girl did not do that. That's that one guy that was at the place was not the one that paid for her. That's the guy paid the money, the extra money for her. She said maybe 4,000 naira or something. Then she came back home. When she came back home, she now told my sister first, I think. My sister now told her to come and tell me. She now came to tell me that, this was what happened now. I'm like, really? Somebody paid for you? Why didn't you call home? She was like, no, she didn't want to disturb me. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to disturb me? Like, you're my responsibility now. You're not feeling fine. You should have just told me that this is what's going on. To just wear eyeshadow because I want my eyes to just be a little bit, you know, bright, not too dull. So yeah, I'm like, next time when something like this happens, just call home and let me know that you need extra fee. You know, I don't want it to look as if, oh, she just came. I don't want to be scolding her too much now. I just said, okay, no problem. I just left it. So that day I was going to ask her that, did the guy collect your number? But I forgot. It skipped my mind to ask her. For your everyday makeup, if you don't want to use eyeshadow all the time, I don't use eyeshadow all the time too, but I want this makeup to pop a little bit as I'm using eyeshadow. So that was her. And I told her that you should have at least called them. She now said she's sorry. She did not know. And I said, well, in case of next time, if you need anything, call them. Let us know. It is your health. Your health means a lot to us. She was like, okay, ma. She now left. I even forgot to ask her that, did the guy collect your number? Because, of course, most of these guys, Lagos guys, they'll collect your number. That was how. I didn't ask her. Next thing, I think she's already seeing this guy. I'm going in with black for my cupid area. I just wanted to blend it in. I want to blend in a little bit on this side. You know, I want it to look as if I did a lot, even though I'm not doing a lot. So, yeah. Okay, and one thing about her is that during the day, she'll go to the balcony of the house, like downstairs. She'll be making calls and making calls. My sister was even telling me that, that she's always on calls 247. And one thing about my maids, even my former maid attests to this, there's no work in my house. I always tell my maids, clean the house three days out of 7 days, like mop, do thorough cleaning, because I don't have children. There's nothing much to clean in this house. There's nothing much to see than just random cleaning and everything. So I didn't expect that you'll be stressed. So most of the time, she's even jobless. She doesn't have anything to do. She'll not be saying, hey, so the work has finished for the day. Like, the work has finished. You cannot be forcing you to do more when there's not much more to do. So now I want to do my waterline. I'm going to be going in with this product. I'll be using the black of it for my waterline. I think I should let me do my lashes first for my waterline, because it's always slightly, it's always stinging my hand. Back to the story. That was how she now started dating this guy. She'll go out. She was like, whenever we send her out, she'll stay long before she come back. When I be wondering, be calling her, what's up, this girl, where have you been? Where are you? What's going on? She'll be like, where she went to, is far. They did not see what she wanted to buy from this place. She has to go to somewhere else. I kept noticing the pattern of her staying late outside. But me, I'm someone that I don't like to quickly judge. And also, there's already a track record of her before she came, of her, how she was behaving and everything. So I don't want a situation whereby it's look as if I'm behaving based off that, you know. I don't want it to look as if I'm reacting to her based off what I've already heard about her before she came and everything. So I was just still giving her a benefit of the doubt. So at some point, I started giving her time. When I see that if she goes to this particular place, this is the amount of time she'll spend in that place. I'll tell her that by so time, you should be back from here. She'll be like, okay, ma. She'll still use, and this girl, whenever you're talking to her, she'll be acting as if, yes, I'm going to respect you, I'm going to do. She'll still do what's on her mind. I want to use setting spray now on my face. So yeah, let's do that. I now told my sister to start timing her. We started timing her. After we started doing this, she was still taking her time. You know, she just feel like she can lie. And this girl, guys, this girl is a what they call it? Is a pathological liar. This girl can lie and heaven will come down. If heaven is coming down like this, you say, no, it's a lie, ma. Heaven is not coming down. The earth is still on the earth. This girl can lie so much, and I hate it so much. I hate it with passion. One of the lies she told one day that actually got me shocked. One of my friends came to visit me at home. Then when my friend was leaving, then my friend left. Then I came back home. The AC of the house, because whenever nobody is in the living room or nobody is using AC, we always turn the AC off. Because, of course, light is expensive. I mean, I am the one paying the bills. I went out for hours. I came back, and I noticed that the light was almost finished. Light I just bought, you know. I came back. I'm like, what happened? Who turned on this light? She said, it's my friend, though. My friend came downstairs. My friend sat on the chair like this, turned on the light, watched TV a bit, and left. Turned on the AC, rather. I'm like, I didn't want to call that my friend. I'm like, call that. Hello, what's up? They said, you turned on my friend was like, what? I didn't even sit down. Like, once I was just downstairs, and I just left there. I didn't even sit down to watch anything. Imagine, lies. So I now called her back. I was like, why couldn't you tell me that, I on the AC, I forgot to off it. It's not that deep. Just explain and tell me the truth. Then I will not even have to, like, you know, query you for anything because you've told me. So what people don't understand sometimes is that when you're dealing with people that likes you telling them the truth, just tell them the truth. You might not, it is when you actually even start lying. That's when they would even feel like you need to be punished. Right. So that was how this girl lied. And I told her that you don't even need to lie. That was how she now felt remorse. She was now, you know, looking calm. I'm not like, well, that lie was not, you guys, look at it. Was that lie necessary? It was totally unnecessary. That was how I just left it. I told her that next time, and I asked her, and I told her that next time she should not do that. So she kept lying and lying and lying. I'm still telling you guys backstory for you guys to see the kind of behavior this girl had all this while. Next thing, this girl just started, you know, acting up. That was how one day. And I told her that if you are doing things in the house, a camera is looking at you in the house, we're seeing everything you're doing. That was how one day I went out. That's how somebody came to visit this girl in my house. Can you imagine? And you, I'm telling you, all of this happened under 2 weeks of her living here. Somebody came to visit the girl and give her food in the house. When I got back, I'm like, what happened in this house? She's like, nothing. I was just outside. I was just sitting because sometimes she likes sitting outside. I'm like, what do you mean you're just sitting outside? Who came to see you in this house? Who came to this house? And I told her, if you, like, you know, normally, coming to Lagos, she didn't even say she had family in Lagos. If you want to go and see anybody, you don't have the right to bring anybody to my house. You can go out to see people, but you cannot join, like, maybe you want to go and see family, but you cannot bring anybody. And again, without my consent, like, this is my house. I own this house, so I'm the only one that can say that somebody can come to my house. And ever since I've been living here, like, guys, I'm a public figure. I do not even like to disclose where I live to people because my safety matters to me. So why bring somebody to my house when I'm not at home? What if somebody wants to harm me? What if anything wants to happen to me? I'm sure this girl, this kind of girl looks like someone that they will give money and say, want to assassinate your madam. She'll collect the money. And because, why? Then this girl brought somebody into my house when I was not at home. Guess what they did? They brought food for her. Then we not even saw the plate of the food that is now our plate in the house. Because, of course, you're not even living with dumb people in the house. We'll see things. You think we are blind or we don't pay attention to things that much. Me, for one, I don't even pay so much attention. But my sister pays attention to things. Do you get? So that was how this girl, she lied. I called her into my room. Why would you bring someone to my house? She started begging. After I was like, I'm sorry, ma. The person was just passing. The person now gave me food. Please, how will somebody be passing and just give you food? So the person already knew to carry food when they are passing and just hold and just come and give you the food. You know, it wasn't just adding up. And I'm like, see, if you want to continue working in this house, you cannot be behaving like this. It is not allowed for you to bring anybody to the house. The girl was like, okay, ma. After now, if anything like this happens again, if I bring somebody to the house again, chase me out of the... In our words, I even recorded her saying that, chase me out of the house, don't even pay me any salary, don't give me transport fare, chase me out, I'll never do that again. Man, I was not looking at what kind of girl is this? Like, you know, there's a way you're now beginning to look at that, hey, God, I beg, hope I've not collected my enemy into my house like this. That's how the girl was like, she now started, after that, she was not acting calm, cool. But you see that her going out and still staying late, she was still doing that. She would still go out and she would still take her time. So at that point, we already knew that she's still dating that person, you know. But then she's an adult, actually. Do you understand? She's an adult. And at some point, even adults can have relationships. But when you're going somewhere, you have to focus on what you are there to do. You're here to be an house help. I didn't bring you here to get married or anything. Focus on your work. It's not as if I send you on an errand and they're going to now use all day and giving me stories after that. Then this girl kept doing different things. We'll drop something, maybe meat or something. This girl will steal something. She'll steal something. She'll lie that, she didn't touch it. That she's not the one that got there. I'm not like, ask. Just ask for things. And, you know, you're not living with street people. That's how one day, and I'll call that separately, that maybe she feels, excuse me. You know, when I was not even thinking about the girl's matter, I was not thinking that maybe she feels very scared. And I asked her, and I said, come, why are you always lying? She now said, ma, I'm always lying because I feel like they'll scold me if I tell the truth. Well, I've told you guys like a few things here and there about things that have happened. And this is not the first time. There was a particular day too that I went for a polo event. That polo event that I wore one purple dress like this. Immediately I was driving out of the house, like this girl who was going out. She wanted to stay with man. And I had to call her when I saw that she had left the house. Do you know that I can see everything you're doing? Like, ma, hey, I just went to buy drugs when you left. I was in the house. I was driving out. You didn't tell me anything was wrong with you. I left the house. That was when you knew you were going to go and buy drugs. If you guys can see what I'm saying, she literally was just lying about everything. So I want to do my water line now. But she didn't come back home immediately because, you know, the way I was dressing up, right, she'll be thinking that this madam should go. She wants to go out. She wants to go and take time. Let her to go to her boyfriend's place. That was how she went that day. I was just looking at her. I came back. I told her that I don't understand you. Are you sure you really want to work here? Because I keep telling you things that are my non-negotiables and you keep doing them. Like, do you want to go back? You don't want to, like, I was asking, like, ma, please, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to work with you. I love this place so much. I said, okay, let me leave her. And then, you know, all these kind of girls, at some point, she'll be feeling like, she's still young, go. You'll be thinking she's still young. She'll be doing bad things. She's still young, go. Until she sell you or she does something really crazy. So that's how this girl just kept on with her bad behaviors and everything. But at the end of the day, something that my auntie will say is that house helps, that they are necessary evils. You understand? You just have to manage them or whatnot. I was trying to manage this girl that, well, let's see how it goes. There was even a particular day that, okay, I think on the day that I left the house, actually, so she left, I was like, from my event, I was like, when I get back home, I'm going to send that off the next day. That was the period that I traveled to Port Harcourt and Owerri, that back-to-back flying fish grand trips that I went on. So when I came back, I needed rest. I didn't even have strength. And then she was already behaving. And also, I was still trying to give her extra chance. You know, which is when you feel like, this girl is young. Maybe she still needs to get her feet. But at some point, some things will now be beyond you. It was already getting beyond me at some point, and I was still trying to contain excesses. So that was how. Fast forward to Women's Day, where the main gist is, like the particular day that broke the camel's back. So on Women's Day, guys, in the morning, I wasn't even at home. I was not at home at all. It was just my sister that was at home. So early in the morning, the girl went to meet my sister upstairs. She was like, auntie, I'm not feeling too well. I need medicine. I also did not mention that she's always coming to go out. She said she wants to go and buy the most random thing. Like, she's always coming out every day just for her to be going out. It was when I noticed that it was becoming a pattern. She was always coming to say she wants to go and buy something every day. And now, so at some point, I say anything you want, whenever we go out, anything you want to buy it. That because I don't even buy random things. I buy everything in the house in bulk. You get what I mean? But she'll just come up with something, personal things that she needs. This particular day, she now went to tell my sister that she wants to buy something. So I think medication for menstrual pain or something. My sister gave her medication. That was my sister was upstairs sleeping. Out of the blues, my sister now came downstairs. No, my sister now started calling her. I think she wanted her to do something for her. My sister called her the first time. She did not answer. Called her the second time. She did not answer. My sister now came downstairs. What's going on? My sister did not see her in the house again. Guys, just imagine. This girl had left the house. Side notes, guys. I realized that I bought so many, like, lip glasses. They all always turn white. There was one Absolute I bought. That one is very cheap. Maybe 500 naira. That one never turned white. I've been looking for it, and I always see that particular one in, like, the last time I saw it was in the market space, and I've not gone to that kind of area in a while. Guys, one take home that I want you guys to take home from makeup, like getting your makeup done, is that the lip gloss is not the expensive ones that are the best. Okay, it might even be the cheap ones. I'll not give you all these white lines. My sister came downstairs. She didn't see the girl downstairs. She was now wondering, where did this girl go to now? This girl was just downstairs now. At some point, when she had checked the house, like, called her, my sister called her the first time, she didn't pick. Before she called her the second time, my sister now called me and told me that, ma, I've checked the whole house, so this girl, the maid is not in the house again. I'm like, what? that maybe she went to buy something, you know, or like she didn't tell you. She not said, she came to meet her upstairs that she wants to buy something, and she gave her what she wanted, what she needed, that, and then she just came down. So like, it's even been a while that she's been sleeping upstairs, that the whole house, that the door of the house is open and the girl is not at home. What? First thing, my head started ringing, dan. I'm like, you mean the girl is not at home? My sister was like, yes, she's not at home. Ha. At this point, so I want to clean my lip before wearing my gloss on it. She came downstairs. She didn't see her again. No, she's not downstairs, so that this girl has already left the house. My sister called her the first time. So that's how I told my sister that she should wait. And meanwhile, I was not at home. She's aware that I'm not around. So, you know, I didn't want her to get scared. And like maybe, I didn't want us to scare her off, if you get what I mean. I didn't want us to scare her off. And I told my sister that, okay, me, I'll not call her, that she should try to call her again, just so we know, like, did she go get something or what's going on? That's when my sister called her again. She didn't pick. My sister now called her. Like, after that time, I told my sister to wait a while again. She waited a bit. My sister waited again for another, like, 30 minutes. My sister means it's turning to 3 times, and my sister called her. She did not pick. At that point, I'm like, okay, let us still chill. Maybe she'll come home. So, I now asked my security guys. 1 minute, guys. So the security guys, I now asked them, have you guys seen this babe? They're like, they've not seen her, that they saw her going right, that they thought we sent her on an errand, and it's been a while. We're not like, we did not send her any errand, we're just at home. And she left. They're like, what? So now, I made them know that, please, if you see her or anything, please let us know that we're looking for her. We just want to know that she's fine, you know, and everything. This is a new girl that we just employed. Do you understand? They're like, okay, no problem. That they thought we were the ones that sent her on an errand. We're not like, no, we didn't send her on any errand. So that was that. I mean, I was still out. But at this point, I was even still thinking that this matter, that the girl will come back home. Maybe she just went to see that boyfriend, right? So I like to overline my lip to give me like that full lip effect. We waited 1 hour, she didn't come back. 2 hours, she didn't come back. 3 hours. At that point, I was already getting scared. That was how, on like the 2nd hour, I then called my aunt that referred her to us. I told her what was happening. That look at this babe, she left home without telling anybody. And me, I was not even at home. That she left her without telling anybody, and we've not found her since. So at that time that I saw that, from where I was already getting scared. I was already preparing to leave. Like, even me, I had meetings that day, I had events later that evening. I had to cancel everything when I wasn't seeing the girl because I'm already getting scared. Like, she's under my care. That was how, on my way coming back, we're still, me, I didn't call her. So that was how, when I told my aunt, I was like, she should not call her immediately, that maybe she just strolled out. Maybe she'll be back soon. That. And I told, and meanwhile, because I didn't want to be telling my auntie too much about everything that was going on in my house now, you know, I did not tell her. I started telling her that, so they she even did it, so they she even did it. My mom was like, wow, really? I was like, yes. That was how I was on my way back home to just, I had to leave where I was, like ASAP, like I have to round up and start going home. So that was how, by the time I got home, and I asked, no, before I got home, that was how one of my security guys now called me. That, hello, I've already seen her. I saw her at the junction. I was like, you saw her at the junction? What was she doing at the junction? She told him that she's looking for her brother. So her brother, her brother got missing in a village, Idoma, and she's looking for him in Lagos. So my security was barbing his hair. He said at the barbing salon where he was, he came outside, like he was just outside, you know, maybe waiting for his own turn. That's why I saw her from afar. Now called her. What are you doing? That a man, like one guy was holding her hands. They were working together. He now called her. What are you going? What's going on? Where are you? They're looking for you. I was like, she's looking for her brother. So my own fear is that, or my own like agitation is that your brother, you cannot find your brother at home. In your village, you're looking for him in Lagos. How does that correlate? You know, obviously lies. That was how I told my auntie everything that was happening. My auntie was just telling me that, what kind of thing is this? My auntie was like, well, I should just calm down. That she doesn't know anywhere in Lagos. That even if she wants to go and meet man, that in this economy, who can house anybody, that she'll come back home. And I told her that time is going, it's been hours that she has left. That I'm becoming scared. She's under my care. I don't want her missing. You know, I was even already telling my auntie that if I don't see her in so time, I'll go and report in a police station because, do you understand? And that's how we kept waiting and waiting. This girl did not come back. I was now wondering that, what can be happening? Later, my auntie now called, like, we waited for, like, this was after, like, 5 hours. I was already at home. I was already waiting. I was very, very worried. My auntie was telling me that, why am I this worried on an housemate? Like, different, even a few friends, it's an housemate. I'm like, even if it's an housemate, she's a whole human being. She's under my care. I need to be sure that she's fine. Where did she go? What is going on? What if something happens to her? This world, you know, people are wicked. Anything can happen. I was just wondering, where is this girl? Like, you know, I was just agitated. Guys, the girl kept calling and calling her. She wasn't picking her call. When it was now like later, like around when it was like 7 hours or maybe 6 hours, that's how she now picked my auntie's call. No, she did not pick my auntie's call. Somebody else, a man now picked my auntie's call. At that point, I put my hand on my head. God, what have I done wrong? Did I do anything wrong to hire like an house help? That was the guy now picked and he's gonna say, hello ma, I just saw this phone on the floor in Etiosa. That who owns this phone? That was the owner of the phone. That his name is Kimiko Alamu or something. My auntie was like, where is the owner of this phone? Give the phone to you. Like, he doesn't know the owner. Like, there's a security man. No, I just saw the phone on the floor. Hey, at this point, the man now called me and say, see, my sister, this girl, she has run away with a man. That's how they used to behave. That she has run away with a man. That I don't even need to be scared again. And at this point, our agency were already aware. You know, I told my auntie to call our agency to tell them what was going on, because now it is a case of a missing person and she's under my care. You know, we told her everything. You know, there's even a receipt of her leaving the house. Nobody was holding her hostage, you know. She left the house by herself. That was how my auntie now told me that I should not even worry myself again, that I should just rest, that it is her business, that what she wants to see, that I will see, since she left the house by herself. House that they're feeding you morning, afternoon, evening, and like somebody that it doesn't even take her 1 hour 30 minutes to finish her work in the morning. She'll do her work and she'll sit down and be looking, and you know, there's nothing much to do. She's chatting with her friends, she's calling, she's just doing her own thing all day. You know, me on my own end, I was just worried. So my own prayer was just like, God, please bring her back home. Let me now send her home directly, so I know that she has left my neck. It's not as if she came to Lagos under me and gone missing. You know, no matter how she followed man or she not followed man, in my own head, I'm like, her beg, now my house, this girl. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? Because at this time, I don't want any kind of situation that will now make, you know, us now start, you know, I don't just want anything that will put me in trouble. That was this babe. We're looking for her. The guy picked her call. After the guy picked, and before the guy picked her call, her phone was switched off for a while. The phone came back on. The guy picked. The phone went back off again. We're now waiting and waiting, and we waited for hours, guys. My sister told me at this point that, look, if she comes back home, what you're going to do is that you don't even have any conversation with her. Me, at that point, my own prayer was just for her to come back home. I'm going in now with Laura Beauty lip. Just want to add to my my upper lip area. I just wanted her to come back home, and I sent her back to her people safely without any kind of, you know, story of, you know, I don't know. I just wanted that. You know how it is now. I was the one really scared. So at this point, we're waiting for her at home. When we called our agency, so our agency was like, it don't matter girls. Now so they run away with man. So that means it's a reoccurring thing for them. Like, they know that all these girls are always running with guys. At this point, I'm not like, well, even if you don't matter girls always run away with men, this one should not run away. Let me send her back to her people. Let me know that she's no longer under my care. Because the fact that she's under my care, guys, that was really like making me go crazy. That was how, when it was already like, you know, when it was like 6 to 7 hours, you know, I was already telling my aunt that I want to go to a police station and go and report like missing case. Let me go and write statement. In my life, I've never written statement before, but at this point, I was ready to write statement because I did not just want this girl missing. So guys, to add more beauty to the makeup, I like to go in again with another layer of highlight, but this time with like a loose powder on top, and then I'll just leave it to just set in again. So yeah, as I was saying, I was going to report at the police station. Then my auntie was just like, chill, just hold on. I was agitated. I was already making calls on what next to do, you know. DKL sparkles. I've had this for a while now. I always use it to light my face, and it's always so beautiful. I was scared. A lot of things was going on in my mind, and then I'm like, okay. So that was how, not long from then, I was like, okay, let me start looking for police station. I was already trying to Google police stations around me and everything. That was out of the blues. I'm wearing the sparkles now on my cupid area. Oh my god, this is too much. Oh, this is way too much. So that was how I was already looking. I was making calls to ask people that, okay, do you know any police station? Where can I go and report this kind of case and everything? Some people even asking me, well, what happened? Housemaid, why you this? Like, I'm like human being now, a whole like girl missing, you know. That was how, not long from then, that was how my security just called me that, hello auntie, I just found goodness at the gate. One of my security, I'm like, what gate? I mean, why at all our gates, I asked them like, oh, have you seen my maid? Like, have you seen this girl? Because some of them know her as my maid. Have you seen her? They're like, they saw her passing here this afternoon. One even said she hasn't passed here today. You know, just different remarks from different people, and that kind of thing. There's nothing as scary as that. Like, okay, this was where she passed. Even if she passed here, where did she go afterwards? Those people are at the gates. Now, how would they know that it's today that she wants to run away? Or everybody is like literally doing their own jobs at their own place, if you get what I mean. So that was how. Oh my God, I feel like I've opened up my this. I'm going to close it up a little bit back more. So that was how. I just gave one of the security guys the gate that they said she passed. I gave the guy my number that please, if you see her pass here again, just call me. That was later in the evening. Guys, after I've waited for like 8 hours, guys, I was already, if you see me that day, guys, now that I'm even talking about it, I'm downplaying how serious it was that day. It was so serious. Like, I was scared. My mind was up here. Like, I was just like, my God, please bring her home. Security guy now coming that, he has found her. And I said, you should hold her hands like that. Hold her. I'm bringing her back home. So the guy was like, she's already with him, that she cannot even run that. He went to buy something at the junction. I know all the security guys now, because they're security, they cannot just sit down at the gate all through, and they have shifts. After he saw her, he now started bringing her back home. I was so happy that, oh my God, thank God they're already bringing this girl back home. Then, I'm using a mascara wand now to just brush my eyebrow up. So that was how the guy now brought her back home. Brought her home. So when she got back home, me, at this point, I already know that I'm sending her back to our village the next morning. So I did not even want her to start explaining anything to me. I didn't even want to hear anything. I was not even in for it. Like, I was done. I was just done with the girl. Like, there was nothing she was going to tell me that she wants to, will be the reason. Even though I have a kind heart, that cannot mean that I should just sit down and be allowing her. Oh my God, I feel like I'd never give you guys this gist the way I would have loved to give you guys. Because, guys, when this thing happened there, it was so crazy. But thank God I've actually kind of like gotten over it. I was traumatized for a few days, like, because of this matter. Anywho, that was how, like, and now she came back. I was just in the living room. My sister was seated there. Like, my mind just came down first. That thank God, this girl is finally here. After like 8 hours. She left since like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She came back like 9. That's like after like 8 hours. So that was when the girl came back, I was seated in the living room. In my mind, I was just like, praise God, this girl is back. Oh, like finally, she's back here. That was how she just came in. When she came in, she didn't even greet me. She just came into the living room. Now it is when things happen, reverse psychology. You're beginning to think, oh, how do I react? What do I do when I come in? Just give me bam, bam, bam. In my head, I'm like, is this one okay? It is when I don't understand. Like, what are you trying to do here? You don't fuck up. Like, I feel like I used to do at that particular place. Maybe she just come in here and just kneel down, or just say, "Ma, I'm so sorry." Just act like a human. You're an human being. People have been looking for you all day long. We've been looking for you. We've called your line. Just give me bam, bam, bam. I just thought, like, what's up with this girl? What's going on? Like, hey, can you come? When I looked at her, I didn't even say anything at first. I just first of all look at her. She never said anything. She did not greet anybody. She just stood there. Next thing, she wanted to be walking to her room. I'm like, come back here. Like, where are you coming from? Like, I'm like, when she was coming, I already zeroed my mind. I'm not going to say anything to her. When she just came in, bim, bim, bim. Like, as if she's coming to act drama. Like, I didn't want to say anything the first time. She just was still giving body reaction. In my head, I'm like, what's going on with this one? Is this one mad or something? Like, are you nuts? You left this house since morning. You didn't say anything. You're just coming back with so many reactions. She was like, just stay there. I'm not like, come back here. Like, what's this drama you're acting? You left since morning. You just came. This girl did not greet her. She didn't even say hello. She didn't say good evening. And she was like, what do you mean, ma? That's how she shouted at me. What do you mean, ma? What do you mean, ma? My brother is missing. Asking me that I'm acting like drama. At first, my brain was like, dun. Like, what's going on? This girl kept saying, hey, my brother is missing. Hey. So your brother is missing in Idoma. I'm like, where's your brother missing? In Idoma. You're looking for him in Lagos. Yes. Please, what? Are we dumb here? Are we fools here? What sense does that make? You were vibing around the town, around the streets. A guy was holding your hand, was holding you to cross. You guys were doing love. You're not coming back to give me stupid gist. That girl was like, hey, my brother is missing. Nico, can you call? Hey, do you even know what? When I was like, where is your brother? I'm like, I'm like, do you even know what? Do you know what? I'm leaving this house now, tonight. Guys, first thing I did was that I dragged her back. I gave her a dirty slap. Goes out on her face. You must be mad. Do you know the funniest thing is that I wasn't even going to react in front of God and man. God sees my heart. I wasn't going to do anything to her. I just feel like she has done the best. She has done the worst she can. She left the house since morning. She's back now. That's the worst. So no problem. She's leaving first thing tomorrow morning. But you have the audacity to leave my house all day. Leave me worried. I was going to go right station in the police station. I've never had to do that before. And you have the audacity to come back to my house and be shouting at me? Me? That has been catering to you, feeding you. You've been living under my shelter. You do not lack anything that you want in this house. When you ask for something, you're well fed. You're well fed. You're eating well. So what else? So you now have the audacity to come back to my house and come and be shouting at me because you don't know how to react. You don't know what to do. You're not thinking that, what will I do if I cry? You know, when you feel like, say, you don't fuck up, let me take it to broken. You don't fuck up. You're going to look for way out. I give her a dirty slap. Yes. I'm like, you are very, very stupid. What do you think you're doing that one? At this point, my sister was already going nuts. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you all right? You know, my sister didn't even touch her or do anything. My sister was like, well, she just wanted to start packing her bag. My sister was like, it's best you leave that your bag there and come back here and explain yourself. She came out. When she came out of the room, this girl didn't even know what to do. She did not know where to start from. She did not know what to do. She now came out. When she came out, and I asked her that, see, the least you would have done is come back and say, ma, this is what happened. No, do you know, even if she had lied, number one, you said your phone got misplaced in the Etiosa. Number two, you say your phone lost. Number two, you say your brother is missing. You know, all the storylines wasn't just gelling up. This girl literally went to see a guy. I'm sure that if we had gone to do tests for her, she definitely had sex that day. It's your body, your choice. It is your business. But you don't freaking leave my work or my business or keep me worried after having to be the one. I'm your employer. You're my employee. You know, your responsibility is under me. I'm the one that is like, this girl just started doing. And I said, come out here. Come out of your room and come and tell me what happened. I didn't even need to know what happened, but I just wanted to hear. You know how it is when she just came and said she was leaving. You know, she does not have anybody in Lagos. Of course, the boy that she was staying with, maybe she has considered that one that she's coming back to carry her load. And then what did I do? That's how we collected her phone from her. When I collected her phone from her, when I started checking, this girl, she has deleted everybody she has been in contact with. She cleared all her chats. There was no chats to even trace anything back to anybody. She was trying to act smart. That was her. And I said, come and explain what happened to you. Next thing, the girl just acted as if she has fainted. You fainted. I shouted as if she has fainted on the floor. Nobody touched her. Nobody did anything to her. I'm telling you, like, this was after I told her to come outside of her room. Come out here. She just walked outside. She was looking, but she could not see anything. She was just doing the exact way she was doing. No, exact way. Next thing, she just acted as she just fainted. I told my sister, come for and bring water. When I carry one basket of water, I pour it on her head. And when she acted as if she has fainted, she was opening one of her eye. She was guys, this girl is so drama. She literally acted a drama for me that day. She was not opening her eye. Right now, I'm using the Chomsy lip gloss on my lip. I just want to put it on this area only. So that was how she now started acting as if she fainted. When I told them to bring one cold water that would pour on her head, immediately she lifted her head up. She now came up. And I told one of my security guys from our village that even that one was even telling her that she's not all right. That all this thing that she was not even needed. Like, she's working with somebody like me that she's supposed to be. Even the former girl that left herself, that girl was still telling me she wanted to come back. My former maid, she was telling me that she wanted to come back and work here this year. But because when she was already acting like, do you know how old I am? You know, she was already feeling like she's that big. Maybe she was feeling like I am. Like, I was looking at her that I live in a 4-bedroom flat. I drive my own car. I live in my own house. I'm living a good life. Do you think all of this is by accident? I worked hard for this. So even you should learn. I've actually have to work with people. I'm a very humble person. If I'm not humble, I wouldn't have gotten to this place. I mean, I don't know how things work for other people, but that humility brought me here. That was what worked for me to get to this level. It's not even anything, and it's not by accident at all. Do you understand? So when you want to be other people, you have to do the work too. And back to this girl, she now came, hey, ma, kiniko. She just said she has one cousin brother here. And I said, so your cousin brother is nowhere in Lagos, he's on my street. You think I'm foolish? Hey, she was like, he just came to work, that there's a house that they are building, that's part of the bricklayers. Can you imagine that she's going to her cousin brother's house? Guys, I was just laughing. I was just like this girl thinks she don't see Mumu. Like, she said you don't see Mugu. That's why she now came, hey, her brother is missing. And after that, she now calmed down. I started talking, hey, ma, I don't know what came over me. She just said, apology. I don't know what came over me. Ma, my brother is missing in the village. They told me. And I said, let me go and look for him. What sense does he make? And I said, your brother is missing in Doma. I'm looking for him in Lagos. How? At this point, I didn't even know what to do. And I said, well, what will happen? I took her to her room, I think I gave her snacks or water. Yeah, I gave her water. After I've collected, and her phone was ringing back to back. I think the people she was going back to meet, they kept calling her. I took her to her room, gave her water and whatever she needed, locked the door, told her to pack her load. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm taking her to the park. She's going back to wherever she came from. So at this point, she wasn't like, at first she was thinking that maybe it's a joke, maybe she'll be able to go back to those people. She doesn't know that me, when I want to get into my FBI things, you cannot even try me. I left her in the room. That's how, and meanwhile, the whole time, and I brought out mattress. I brought out like a mat. I slept on the floor, that guys, in my living room, because the room she was using is by my living room. I slept downstairs that day. When I slept there, she was just knocking the door. There was a point I went upstairs to pick something from my room. She was not, my sister now coming, ma, she's knocking. She said she wants to talk to you. And I came back down. She now begged me. She was not begging, ma, please, anything you want to do to me, but don't send me back home. I don't want to go back to my village. So you don't want to go back and look for your brother in your village. Your brother don't lost for your village now. You can go and look for him in your village. Like, ma, I don't want to go back to my village. Please don't send me back, ma. Please don't send me back. I was like, well, pack your load. You're leaving tomorrow morning. That was how, guys. I didn't even sleep overnight. First thing in the morning. Taking her back again was another problem. Let me quickly change it to the dress I'll be wearing. Then I'll come back to give you guys the gist of taking her back. So guys, I'm done dressing and I look fabulous in my outfit. So if you're still watching till this present moment, make sure you subscribe to my channel and follow my journey. I create more videos like vlogs, fashion content, and a lot more. You don't want to miss out on that. And also, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you like more story times like this, I have a lot of stories to tell. So if you like story times like this more, let me know and I'm gonna keep bringing them back to you guys. Yeah, taking her back in the morning too was another long story. When I woke her up in the morning, she was acting as if she doesn't want to go. She wants to go, but I told her, pack your load, let's go. I even told the security to come and stay with her, because I don't know, it was even the security that opened the door. I don't know if she has a knife or anything. I don't want her to come and harm me and run, because she badly wanted to go back to where she was coming from. And also, everybody, like the people she was with a day before, they kept calling and calling her all the while, like all night. We didn't turn off her phone, because why should we turn it off? So that was how in the morning, I took her to the park. When I took her to the park, the first park I took her to was Aja Park. That's the one on the island. And at the time we got there, the bus that we saw, you guys, the bus that was going from Lagos, because they say Sundays are always bad. And I was surprised, like, if left to me, I think Sunday will be the day that they will actually have a lot of customers and everything. I didn't know that Sunday will now be the day that I would have to be waiting and waiting for the bus to be full. I waited for hours and hours. It wasn't full. And then at a point, I was already getting like kind of tired. I actually even have pictures of me sitting at the park waiting. It was very tiring, but I just had to wait. Like, okay, this is it. I've not been to the park in how many years? 7 years, 6 years. I don't know how long, because when I was in uni, of course, we used to go to the park to travel by road and everything back to like our destination. And that was how we kept waiting. When it was like 12 p.m., I was already tired. I was exhausted. And that's because I woke up very early to take her there. When we were not seeing bus, the bus was taking so long to be full. We were like, I don't know, we needed like, let's say 5 more passengers or 4 passengers at some point. I could not just wait anymore. And we had already gotten the ticket. And I told them that, and I told me that they will still go at night or very early tomorrow morning. And I told myself that there's nothing that's making this girl come back to my house to sleep in my house tonight. Nothing. I'm sending her back on that day. So that was how, at that point, guys, with how tired I was, and if not for the fact that I wanted to take her to the park and see the bus leave in my presence, I would have just left her at the park and leave. I even had to, I was telling those people that this girl, she has to go with this bus, she has to leave, But of course, I didn't want to totally endanger her to, like, So that was how, with how tired I was, I drove down to the mainland. I went to Jibo Park. They said that Jibo Park, that they only take night bus there, that anywhere you're going in Nigeria, you see night bus. So I got there, I saw a bus that was traveling back to Abuja. I put her in the bus and I told the people, I collected somebody's number that I'm going to tip you, because at that point, I was really exhausted, waiting all day and being very tired. Like, I was worried all day yesterday. Today, I am stressed. I've been on the road, waiting for the bus to be full. The bus wasn't full. Now taking her to a new park. I couldn't wait again. I collected one guy's number and the driver's number. And I told them that, please, this girl must not leave. I told her what the situation was, that they should please, that I don't want her to run again. I've already called her people. She's coming back to Abuja already from Lagos. Her people are aware. They said, okay, no problem. What I now did, I now collected her phone. I now gave her phone to the driver. And I said, when you get to Abuja, give her a phone. She must not collect her phone throughout. So the driver was with the phone throughout the trip. When he got to Abuja, I was calling them. He was updating me. So when they got to Abuja, she collected her phone back. And I called her. I forgot to Abuja. Say, hey, I just dropped from the bus, ma'am. I'm inside my room. I'm already going home. I called her agency. She has already left my side. Though. She has gotten to Abuja. You can call her now. She's no longer with me. And that was how we ended. And guys, still date since that March 8th. Like, yeah, March 8th is Women's Day. Till date, guys, I mean, I've not hired any other house help because I have been so scared, like, and agitated that what will happen again. You know, the fear of the unknown has been worrying me, if that's the word, because I don't want somebody else again that I'll hire that would even do something worse to me, or even, you know, my peace of mind, even though I lock my door when I want to sleep at night. I don't know why, but at the same time, you cannot just trust somebody that is living under your roof and actually harm you. Somebody like that could have done anything to you. Yeah. Also, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me glam up. So yeah, for this no makeup routine, it depends on how you want to elevate your look. So things that you use to elevate your look, like if you can wear like a very bold eyeshadow, it will also no longer look like a no makeup look. Like right now, it looks like I'm all glam, but I'm not doing so much. It feels very light. It doesn't even feel like I have so much on my face. The only thing that is making me feel like I have something on my face is my lip and the lashes. So if you get what I mean. So if you want to tone your own down a little bit more, do that. And if you want it this bright, I mean, do you, sis? And also, if you want to wear just gloss, just pure gloss on your lip, go ahead and do so too. To finish up the whole makeup, I'm going to be wearing powder in strategic places on my face, you know, just kind of like set everything in and make everything look finished. So depending on how you like, if you like your brows smaller, you can make it smaller. Just do what works for you. Hope you enjoyed glamming up with me. And I hope you learned something. I don't know if there's anything to learn from this story. I hope you enjoyed the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this gist. This was what happened to me on March 8th, 2025, Women's Day. And yeah, as they always say, house helps are necessary evils. This one, I entered this one's trap and she did a big one on me. But thank God I was able to overcome the whole thing. And yeah, I was able to send her back. Even though she was missing for hours, we found her. And yeah, this is the end of the vlog. If you're still watching till now, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And yes, if you've had any bad experience with house helps or anything, please tell me down in the comment section. I want to read the gist. You guys should give me the gist because I think I wasn't prepared. Even with my first house help, my auntie was always like, you're too nice, you're too nice. I'm like, I cannot be fronting to be a wicked person because of an house help. It doesn't work for me like that. So you know what I mean. So yeah, if you've had any bad experience with any house help or housemaid has been bad to you, or you've had another one that's run away with a man like my own did, please tell me in the comment section. I want to know that I am not alone and other people have experienced all of these things. So yeah, that is the end of the vlog. And I'm going to see you guys next week on our next vlog. You guys already know what the vlog is. My mother's birthday vlog, the old travel vlog is coming next week. Thanks for watching and until next time, guys. Bye.